Good morning, everyone, and welcome to 2021 Marketing Campaign webinar. Thank you so much for attending this Montgomery College production facilitated by Dr. Copeland. I am Keiry Portillo, the moderator for this webinar. Today, we'll focus on the new media strategies of leaders in the communications industry, and in this seminar, we are featuring Kosh Mandava, Vincent Russell, Eddie Goolsby, Danielle Maria Da Costa, and Chi Chi Arah. If you have any questions, I will be putting my email in the chat. Okay, so now we will get started with our first guest speaker for today, Kosh Mandava. Kosh K. Mandava is an artist and designer that is using his skills to help with advancing causes for various social movements. He is currently working with the charity Physicians Parent Caregivers (PPC). His role at PPC allows him to use his creative skills to advance healthcare for young adults with chronic conditions. In his free time, Kosh enjoys traveling and hunting for unique antiques. In the future, Kosh hopes to work with more charities and social justice movements to help them use creative solutions to advance their causes. And without further ado, I present to you Kosh.
Thank you, Katie. Hi, I'm Kosh Mandava, and this is my 2021 marketing campaign for my TVRA 100 Intro to New Media class. Today, we're going to go over my content calendar, take a quick tour of my website, cover my social media platforms, my sociality strategy, the resources that I plan to use for information, and the charity that I plan to support. For my content calendar, I'm posting on Instagram 3 times a week, and I'll be posting on Twitter 3 times a week as well. This is my website on Wix. A quick bio on it says, I'm Kosh K. Mandava, and I am 29 years old. I'm a multimedia artist, designer, and social activist based in the DMV. I have studied visual art, fashion design, media, and retail management. My goal is to use my experience in art, design, and media to advocate for civil rights, civil healthcare, and other causes in a creative way. If you go to my work page, under the audio, there is my podcast I did with my group, The Foodies, some of my photography work, some of my drawings, a few sculptures, some mixed media work, and some fashion illustrations. Under my blog, you'll see my 2 newest blog posts, one about Art Oh My Sculpture and Architecture Park in Ghent, New York, and a blog post about Senator Van Hollen requesting CDC review of COVID-19 impact on young adults with chronic health conditions. On my Instagram and my blog, I plan to post original artworks by myself, social justice posts, including supporting various social movements by promoting the work that is being done, inspired by posts with works by other creators that have inspired me, and special posts for holidays, special tributes, and special events. On YouTube, I will be continuing my No Man's Sky playthrough series. For those that don't know, No Man's Sky is an exploration survival game where you travel a fictional universe containing over 18 quintillion planets. On Twitter, I'll be promoting my blog posts and YouTube videos, and sharing news articles about current events and providing some commentary about them. My sociality strategy is to reply to comments, like and comment on posts from relevant social movement accounts, like and comment on works from other artists, share posts from relevant social movement accounts, and share works from other artists. I will also be using the hashtag Kosh K Mandava for my original artwork, hashtag No Man's Sky for my YouTube series promo tweets, and hashtag Invisible Wave for my health equity posts. The resources I'll be using for information are BuzzFeed, Reddit, and Google Alerts. Charity I am going to support is a charity that I already work for, Invisible Wave and their parent organization, Physician Parent Caregivers. Invisible Wave is a social movement dedicated to advancing access to quality healthcare for young adults with chronic conditions.
Thank you so much, Kosh, for your expertise. Next, we will have Vincent Russell. Meet Vincent Russell, an entrepreneur, athlete, coach, musician, and much more. Vincent Russell lives in Chevy Chase, Maryland, just outside of DC. He enjoys being outside, playing golf, baseball, swimming, lounging at the beach, or riding his mountain bike on trails throughout the DMV area. Lately, he has been learning the ropes of audio production. He aspires to attain his audio production certificate from Montgomery College and work in audio field, editing, sound, and production. And without further ado, I present Vincent Russell.
Hey everyone, my name is Vincent Russell, and today I'm going to be going over my 2021 marketing strategy campaign for audio production. This is for my TVRA 100 class. These are some of the topics that I'll be going over. First, I'm going to go over goals and aspirations. So I'd like to be working for a studio or a radio station as an editor and audio for music production. Working as an editor in podcast production for a radio station like NPR would be ideal. Having multiple artists on the side doing the mixing and mastering aspect for their music. And I would also like to have multiple clients where I can edit their podcasts and audio in their videos. So the marketing and networking that I'll be doing, I want to have a logo to brand myself. Down here, this bottom right corner is my logo that I've been using. I want to have that logo on my business card with my contact information. I want to make sure my logo is consistent across all social media platforms. I'd be emailing local artists about mixing and mastering their music. I'd promote myself on social media as well as promoting my music and instrumentals for purchase on social media. I would post tutorial videos on YouTube that involve audio production, and I would direct all traffic flow to all my social media platforms and my website. So the social media and music platforms that I'll be using, Facebook, Twitter, my Twitter handle is right there included. I'd use Instagram, YouTube, and for the music platforms that I'd use to promote my instrumentals, I'd use SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, and BeatStars. On the bottom, those four would be the main four that I'd be using, so Instagram, SoundCloud, BeatStars, and YouTube. This is my social media calendar. I just did it for the next month of January. This is pretty much a schedule that I've been on. I'm going to start doing more of Twitter though, so I'll post on Twitters on Thursday. Fridays, I'll be posting my instrumentals and content on BeatStars and SoundCloud. Saturdays, I'll be posting content on Instagram. And then on Sundays, I'd be posting on YouTube, whether it was my music content or just tutorial videos of audio production, whether it's, you know, some new trick that I found or just some new effect that I can put on music. So Sociality, I'd be checking my emails and notifications on every social media platform on a daily basis. I'd make sure to search for artists daily in my area and connect with them that have similar styles as mine. I would also comment, like, repost their content if I need to on a daily basis. I would follow other artists and producers in the area, get them to follow me back. Building relationships is really important for business. And I'd be using certain hashtags like upcoming artists, Machine Studio, BeatStars, SoundCloud, etc. So the resources that I would be using, I'd get a lot of my info from beatstars.com. For those of you that don't know, it's just another site for a lot of producers to use. You can check out other competition as well as network and connect with other people, do co-producing, working with other people, like I said, is really good for business. So that's a good opportunity. I'd use vice.com and hip hop DX just to check out what's going on in the hip hop community, what music has dropped. YouTube.com to get resourceful information, learn new effects, watch tutorial videos, as well as upload my tutorial videos. And I would look on npr.org to just check out local artists, national news, see what's going on, as well as any new music that's been coming out or shown in their Tiny Desk concerts, because I watch a lot of those. The charity or fundraiser that I'll be doing, it's in DC. It'll be a freestyle competition with a live DJ. They'll live stream it, and it's a virtual charity event. So this event is March 28, 2021. Tickets are $10 a piece, and you can donate as well during the live stream for the whole performance. All proceeds will go to local restaurants in DC that are suffering for the pandemic. Live food performances, DJ spinning records, and food and beverage will be there once you're admitted. So here are my websites. This is the Wix website that I created for class. So this is my main homepage. I have my About Me. You can see my logos used as well. Just in a nutshell, it just says Vincent Russell is currently working in audio production at Montgomery College. I work with workstations like Logic Pro X, Audacity, Audition, and Machine software. And I've been producing music for a little bit over 5 years. Here's some of the work that I've done. Here are my podcasts that I had in class that I did with a couple of my students. My blog page, I just put this up the other day. If you guys haven't seen it, or listened to it yet, go check out Kid Cudi's new album. It's really good. This is one of my favorite tracks from his album. And then that's just one of my tutorial videos that I put up on YouTube, just, learning how to use Machine Studio. And there's my contact me page. And then this here is my BeatStars page. This is pretty much where my portfolio is. It has every single instrumental that I've ever uploaded. So this is my profile page here. You can see it's pretty much straightforward. You have your feed, all your tracks. You have your tracks here, your plays, your followers. I offer bulk deals and different discounts, so like buy one, get one free. If you go over here, all my tracks, you can see everything I've uploaded. So if you click on one of them, it shows you different leases that you can purchase, the different usage terms for whatever artist is going to buy it. And that's my presentation. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Vincent, for your amazing insight. Next is Eddie Goolsby. Eddie Goolsby is a media expert. He wants to be involved in media business and have a successful media empire. One day, hopefully, running his own media business and sharing it with everyone.
All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Eddie Goolsby, and this is my 2021 new media campaign strategy for audio production for TVRA 100. So the slides I'm going to show you is overview of my career goals, the networking in the social media, the sociality, my social media calendar, my website, my blog, my resources I use, the charity and fundraiser, and the social media sites. So that's it. The first step is my overview of my career goals. So my first goal in my campaign is to become a professional broadcaster. And I want to work with professionals behind the scenes in either the radio and podcasting production industry like NPR or iHeartRadio who had years of experience in the media industry. And I want to help people become more successful in the media industry as well as social media who can achieve their goals and use their skills to be more successful in their careers. As you can see, on one side is the NPR building, and then the other one is the iHeartRadio building. So yeah, so that's what I start my career. Networking in social media. I want to reach more people on social media platforms in order to use these platforms as a way to interact with friends and family. To use podcasts and YouTube as a tool for my work to do my podcast and do my video work in some ways. and to use social media data in order to connect others around the world because of how well they use their media and how well they use their platforms and the way they connect people and how they use their platforms to do that. Like, so you had Facebook, Twitter, Instagram as well. Sociality. So I want to check my email notifications and updates on my social media pages. I want to use social media as a tool for researching the data for that. To connect with friends or family on their social media pages so they can reconnect with them to that. To create photos and videos that represents the social media world. And as you can see, it's a graph of all these different social media representatives and what their percentage of marketing they have as a way to connect these platforms in video and audio. And this is my social media calendar. I haven't done it yet, but Sunday I'm going to use my YouTube subs that I can use for my 5-minute sports. On Thursdays, I will use SoundCloud for my podcast to use to do interviews, to do sports news, to do updates on sports, to do on the teams in general. On Saturdays, I will do blogging on my website and use it for social media on Facebook and my Twitter as a way to connect people and receive lots of notifications and see follow people and see what they up to in a lot of ways. And then on Wednesdays to develop vlog, which combines YouTube videos with my podcast and interviews. And I want to do interviews with athletes or broadcasts with anybody free willing to do. I'm going to say my website. So as you can see, here is my website that I have created. And here is my blog that represents all the different sports in the areas that's around it, like football, basketball, baseball, you name it, including college basketball. Here is my SoundCloud, which I did with my Hunter Hotline podcast, where I did with my friend with Patrick, where I did a debates and learn about the different kinds of sports. Here is my bio page. So I have my pilots. I want the sports that have been my passion. So I want to create it as a sports broadcast for resource for sports. And here is the my contact information. So if you want to reach me to my email address, just send me any questions you have, and then you can I get back to you as soon as I can. And here we go. This is my blog. So the resources I use are my podcast SoundCloud, which I usually have with my friend Patrick. The speaker resources that have a lot of podcasts and all of that stuff. My YouTube channel, which has a lot of YouTube videos, which I have created in order to meet the media in some points and how it represented in the community. And right here, I do an NPR training, which I want to do like in the audio productions area, in which I can use audio as a resource for producers to get in touch with their shows and their podcasts in order to represent them and to represent their podcast in a way that can be connected. So the charity I'm using is a local charity called Millwood. And it's a nonprofit that helps people with disabilities in the community. So they do car donations, they help jobs in the communities with disabilities with people and help them achieve what they have to do and they have to do. So my goal is I want to do a Facebook fundraiser and help those in the community, help those in need, you know, to donate like for homeless shelters, for all of that stuff in the community to help Millwood achieve their mission. Providing resources and jobs for people in disabilities in need in the community in order to do that. So yeah, because That's it. And right here is my social media sites. It's my Facebook page right here, and here is my Twitter page. As you can see, this is my Twitter page of all that stuff. So this is like the following people. I have my notifications here, and it's the people that like my page. This is the messages, and this is my profile. And I have 8 followers right now, and I got 2 following, so that's a good start. And that's my Twitter page. And thank you for your time. That's it, and thank you for sharing this presentation.
Thank you so much, Eddie, for your great insight. Next is Danielle Maria Da Costa. Danielle Costa is a college student who is working towards becoming a creative director. She will be graduating with her associate's degree in communication, focusing on digital media and graphic design in May 2021 from Montgomery College in Rockville, Maryland. From there, she hopes to get a scholarship from UMBC or UMD to continue her journey. Danielle has spent many hours learning storytelling and effectively communicating people's stories with digital illustrations and artwork. She hopes to work mainly with immigrants in America, helping them to find their voice. Without further ado, I present Daniela.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much, Katie, for the introduction. As Katie said, I am Danielle Costa, and today I'm going to be presenting to you my social media campaign. All right, so that's my social media campaign that I'm going to present to you guys today. And the theme of my campaign is Voice to the Voiceless. To start, I would like to start with my long-term goals. My first goal is to graduate as a graphic designer, and from that escalate until I become a creative director one day. The second goal is to create content to give voice to minorities. And the third goal is to create a brand that advocates to minorities. For my personal brand, I want to be authentic and vulnerable. I want to promote the culture of sharing stories and being heard in a safe environment, and also demystifying the idea of a perfect life that is often portrayed on online media. Also, I put this picture here, which was taken in Washington, D.C. and was made by a wonderful writer. And I thought it suit well this slide because it talks about being vulnerable and being able to share a story. For my professional brand, I want to promote the voice to the voiceless culture. And the idea is to grow a diverse audience to educate one another with the most diverse issues as immigration, Black Lives Matter movements, women's rights, accessibility, LGBT community, and so on. While doing that, intentionally partnering up with companies that align with the values and goals. In this way, we can do a work that is meaningful. So for that, I'm gonna do a social media calendar that is gonna be happening in January. My primary focus is gonna be on a podcast talking about diverse issues, inviting guests to discuss too. And then I also gonna be posting on Instagram stories and on Twitter, promoting the work on the podcast. That's my website. The website is going to be the primary link for people to reach out, because in the website I can put everything there. I can put the design work, the podcast, and YouTube. So all the media is going to be gathering in the website. So here's just some print from my website. In the left side, you have the page that is about me, and in the right side is just the homepage for the website. On the website, the podcast is going to be there. I have already posted 3 podcasts talking about 3 issues. And also I have the blog, which I also going to be posting the theme that we're talking about podcast, we're also going to be shared on the blog. For my sociality, the media that I chose is the Instagram. The reason why is because I have been already doing some kind of similar work on my personal Instagram. And I also wanted people to see my vulnerabilities and to be able to be comfortable of like talking with me and sharing their stories. And I want to be able to share my story there to give people inspiration. I also have like a good amount of the audience already there. I have contacted some artists, so there's some work done on my Instagram already. And there I wanted to like posts, I want to comment, I want to engage with my audience. And I also going to be posting exclusively the 3 hashtags on the left side, which is diversity and inclusion, design for democracy, and woman lead. Through this hashtags, I want to reach out with more audience too. The resources that I'm gonna be using are gonna be 3 of them. The first one is Design Matters, the catch one is Catch a Fire, and the third one is Design that Ignites Change. All of then is all related with designing for a good change or designing for a social cause. So that's the why I chose this resources. So from there, I can know what is happening in design world and what is happening in the social and nonprofit companies that needs help in their work. And for the organization and the cause that I'm gonna be supporting is the IGA. IGA is a design company in Washington, DC, and they have this project that is called Design for Good. The idea is to gather artists that want to be involved with doing design that can change a community. So I'm gonna be supporting financially. They also really support artists to go to a community and start to design for them to make a cause. Is that be for homelessness or engaging people to vote or talking about immigration, all diverse issues where the design can make an impact. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys make good choices, and I hope that you can join me to make a change. If you are interested in the IGA project, Design for Good, just contact me. And if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Daniela. We appreciate you sharing your expertise with us. Next is Chi Chi Arah. Chi Chi Arah is a college student who is working towards becoming a producer and director. She has already obtained an AAS in Business and Bachelor's degree in Business Technology Administration and Asian Studies. She is currently working on a certificate in video production and digital media production. After completing both certificates, she will be applying to graduate school in South Korea to pursue a master's in film and TV production. She is currently studying Korean and Japanese and enjoys watching shows and listening to music in both languages. Chi Chi aims to establish her own entertainment company with focus in film, music, and television. Outside of school, Chi Chi works as a full-time administrative assistant at Costco Wholesale. She also enjoys singing and playing the guitar and piano. In addition, she also enjoys creating fun content for her YouTube channel.
Thank you so much, Keiry. Hello, everyone. My name is Chi Chi, and this is my 2021 new media marketing campaign. Okay, so a basic overview. We're going to go over my brand statement that I have so far, my long-term goals, my social media calendar, my website, the social media sites I will be utilizing, my sociality, my cause and organization, and lastly, we're going to go over the resources I'll be using in my goals going forward. For my brand statement, for right now, it is to use music and visual media to promote cultural diversity and inclusivity, both locally and internationally. I chose this brand statement because one thing I notice, especially when I'm studying other languages and other cultures, I find that it's always disconnect between people. So I'd like to use my platform and my brand in order to promote understanding between different races, cultures, religions, languages, just to bring people closer together. My long-term goals are to become a content creator on content creator on YouTube and other social media sites, to establish myself as a singer and actor within the entertainment industry, and establish my own international entertainment company with a focus on music and film. So I chose these goals because these are always things I've always wanted to do, and I would I want to work behind and in front of the camera, so that way I can grow my brand better and have a better understanding of what goes on on each side. This is my social media content calendar for January. As you can see, I will be focusing on posting twice a week on Wednesday and Saturday, and as well as we'll be posting to social media on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, with more emphasis on Instagram than the other two. As well, I will be mainly holding my meetings and focusing on emails on Monday. Of course, we'll still check them out throughout the week, but those will be the main days in order to do replies and reach outs and contact based contact potential collaborations and brands as well. And on this day, I will also be mainly recording my videos on Monday, and then we'll be editing them mainly on that day as well, but also on other days when I have time. And then Sunday, I felt it's important to have a day just to relax and not work and not be stressed out. So I chose Sunday as my rest and self-care day, where I can just relax and then do just fun things like watching shows or listen to music, or maybe just get chores or errands done on that day as well. Okay, so this is my website that I have right now on Wix. So this is basically my intro. You can go ahead and click on that to go to my website. Okay, so this is a little small. Sorry. Okay, so this is my website. I have my homepage. The theme of my website is called Defying Gravity, which I feel is just not letting negative things hold you down and just pushing forward to what you want to do and going forward with a positive mindset and having a positive impact on others around you. So that's my about page, which just tells you a little bit about me as well. And then I have various posts on my blog right now. Some short writings that I created, because writing stories as well is another passion of mine that I want to pursue in the future, as well as some experiences I had when I was overseas in Japan a couple of years ago. In terms of work, I have my short stories are included there. I have my podcasts from this class that I did with Matt, as well as some animation work that I did over the summer. And here is my YouTube channel, where you can see, so far I have 2 videos, but I am working on future videos to come. So definitely go check out my YouTube channel. And then here are the links to my social media sites as well up here. Okay, and my handles for my YouTube are Nez 2.0, Instagram, again, Nez 2.0, and Twitter, Nez2_O. And then here is a couple of pictures of my posts. For social media sites, I'll be utilizing all 3 main ones, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, but my main sites of choice will be Instagram and Twitter. I chose these 2 because in addition to being able to post and promote my content easily through the use of hashtags and @, I can monitor trends also. I can also monitor trends both locally and internationally. That way, it'll be easier for me to see what is currently popular, what is going on, and in what ways I can intertwine that with topics from my YouTube channel, as well as contact the different brands and artists and creators and see if I could have possible future collaborations or work with them as well. And find people with like-minded ideas as mine, or people with different-minded ideas, just so to have a conversation and to take steps to make changes in the world. For Sociality, I plan to, like I said, during my calendar, I plan to post on social media Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. During those times, I'll also be replying to any comments I receive on my content, as well as browse content by other artists, creators for potential future collaborations. Two hashtags I plan to use in January are diversity, as well as the language of music, because I believe music is it's an international language. It doesn't matter what language you speak, what language you understand. Music, whether you understand the lyrics or not, can reach everybody, can reach just the emotion behind it and the way it's performed, and just the feeling it gives you can reach everybody, no matter what language or whether you understand what it means or not. Okay, so this is actually a cause I found during the process of this project, which I'm actually going to follow up with. The organization is called the International Cultural Diversity Organization. Their objective is to promote diversity, interculturality, and raise awareness of different cultural expressions and their values in order to encourage the development of cultural interaction with the goal of bringing people closer together and closing the cultural gaps. So one thing I noticed, especially on my time during social media, there's always such a disconnect, and some people have this assumption about certain cultures and certain people, when I feel that that creates the disconnect between people. So I'd like to work with this organization to create ways for people to have a better understanding of cultures they might not have known of before, or have places they've never been to. So they have more respect. People have more respect for each other and are able to have a conversation and share what makes them different, and what similarity they share in terms of livelihood, culture, and language, and so on. And lastly, for my resources that I'll be using, for right now, I'm be using mainly BuzzFeed, Reddit, and I chose SoundCloud because since it's such a platform, international platform, where you can find artists from different countries all over the world, and they don't have to be famous. They could be people recording from their homes, so you can see some original content as well. So that's why I chose SoundCloud, and then Reddit and BuzzFeed, of course, for the informational resources. And that's it for my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Chi Chi, for your expertise. Thank you so much for our esteemed panelists. We will now be transitioning to questions, and we have a question here. Will you be continuing to manage your social media sites in the future, even as you get busier, or would you pay people to do it instead? And this is for everybody who just spoke. Who would like to answer first? Anybody?
I can go first. So yes, I will be. In terms of how busy I get, I probably will hire someone that will be in charge of my social media presence. But that I would like to, most times I would like to keep my hands on, but in terms of, I would still be working with that person closely, but they would be the ones in charge of posting and making sure and keeping up with comments and stuff, but I would still be in the loop as well.
I would say in terms of my personal social media accounts, I would still continue to run those as I got busier instead of hiring somebody out.
Yeah, I'd probably say for me, when I start an actual career working for a business or organization on top of what I'm doing now, I'm going to continue the same plan I have with social media. It doesn't take too long to post videos if you already have the content done, and most of the majority of content that I create is done on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I kind of post through the weekend and network through the week. So I can do that, really just spend an hour a day on that. It won't affect any other job.
Yeah, I think.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, I think social media is good because of how well I will be doing, because I will the development of how I keep up with my social media pages. I will have the employees like take a look at the comments and the posts I get from the views, and I will make sure that that all the content will be developed into the social media sites as soon as possible.
Yeah, I would say that I'll continue with this project too. Just one, because it's really intertwined with my personal life, and second, because I want to meet people that has the same mission and want to work with the same purpose. So then that way we can share activities, and when I'm not too able to do anymore or I'm too busy that week, I have people to help me to continue the project.
Okay, thank you so much. I'd like to thank all of our panelists, Kosh Mandava, Vincent Russell, Eddie Goolsby, Danielle Maria Da Costa, and Chi Chi Arah, and to our alternate moderator, Kosh Mandava, and to Dr. Copeland for helping us facilitate this production, and for Montgomery College for providing us with this platform. And I'd especially like to thank everyone who is here today. Again, I'm Keiry Portillo, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at our next webinar. Thank you so much for joining us.